Look at the smartest person you know, the one who got perfect grades, the one who followed every rule, the one teachers called gifted. Now look at their bank account. Why does the person who was told they were ahead of everyone so often end up financially behind? That's not an accident. That's the system working exactly as designed. My name is Roxy. I spend an unhealthy amount of time studying why people who do everything right, study hard, stay disciplined, avoid risk, chase stability, still end up stuck in a life they secretly hate. To answer this, I've spent thousands of hours comparing the habits of top students, high performers, and obedient employees with the behaviors of people who actually build wealth. And the truth is brutal. The system does not reward intelligence, it rewards usefulness. Schools don't train you to become rich, they train you to become reliable. A student who questions everything is dangerous. A student who gets A's, submits on time, and asks for permission is employable. That's why so many smart people become high functioning servants. They become excellent at solving problems inside systems they do not own, and that is the trap. You were told that being smart would make life easier, but in 2026, being smart without leverage is just expensive obedience. Let's break the first myth. We were told if you get good grades, you'll get a good job. Sure, and then what? A good job means you get a slightly nicer cage, you get a better desk, a cleaner office, a higher salary, a stronger illusion of progress. But if all your income still depends on one company, one manager, and one monthly paycheck, you are not free. You are just a premium version of trapped. Let's break the second myth. We were told intelligence leads to wealth? No. Intelligence can lead to credentials. Credentials can lead to approval. Approval can lead to employment. But wealth? Wealth comes from ownership. A genius employee can still be poor. An average business owner with leverage can get rich. That's the part school never taught you. The system loves intelligent people who are afraid of uncertainty. Why? Because they make the best workers. They are responsible, predictable, conscientious. They overthink every move. They want guarantees. And that's exactly why they hesitate when real opportunities show up. The less intelligent person often moves first. They launch the side business, they start the YouTube channel, they sell the product, they ask for the raise, they take the uncomfortable risk. Meanwhile, the smart person is still doing more research, still planning, still optimizing, still waiting for certainty in a world that never gives it. And that hesitation is expensive. Now let's do some painful Roxy math. Imagine two people. Person A was the top student. High GPA, perfect resume, great job. They make $80,000 a year. They save carefully, they avoid risk. They wait for the right time. Person B was average in school, nothing special. But at age 24, they started a simple online business, content channel, or commission-based skill. It only made an extra $500 a month at first, then $1,000, then $3,000, then $5,000. By year 5, person A still depends on one employer. Person B has built an income stream they control. Who is actually smarter? The person with better grades or the person with better leverage? This is the real reason smart people stay broke. They confuse being correct with being valuable. They confuse information with action. They confuse credentials with control. And the system rewards all three mistakes. Let's talk about the overthinking tax. Smart people often lose because they need too much certainty before they move. They want the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect business model, the perfect timing. But in the real world, speed beats perfection. An imperfect action taken today can outperform a brilliant plan delayed for 2 years. The market doesn't pay you for being the smartest person in the room. It pays you for creating value, capturing attention, solving pain, and owning distribution. That means in 2026, your intelligence only matters if it can produce cash flow, not compliments, not degrees, not LinkedIn applause. Cash flow. Let's destroy another dangerous lie. We were told, be humble, be patient, wait your turn. That advice creates excellent employees. It rarely creates wealthy people. Wealthy people are often impatient with systems that waste their time. They don't just work harder, they design escape routes, they ask different questions. Not, how do I become more qualified? But, how do I become harder to replace? Not, how do I earn more per hour? But, how do I make money when I'm not working? Not, how do I impress the system? But, how do I stop depending on it? All right, look at the board. This is your tactical mission to stop being a brilliant prisoner. The 70-30 rule. Spend 70% of your learning time on useful knowledge and 30% on monetizable skills. If you study for 10 hours a week, at least 3 hours should be spent on something that can directly make money: sales, content, copywriting, editing, coding, or distribution. The one risk per quarter rule. Every 90 days, take one intelligent risk. Launch one project. Publish one offer. Apply for one bigger opportunity. Pitch one client. Force yourself to build a tolerance for uncertainty. The anti-overthinking deadline. If an idea can be tested in under 7 days, you are not allowed to think about it for 30. You either test it or admit you are hiding behind analysis. Build a second scoreboard. Stop measuring your worth by grades, titles, or praise. Create a second scoreboard. Monthly side income, audience growth, owned assets, useful network, and attention. That scoreboard predicts freedom. The first one predicts obedience. Learn distribution. The smartest people often create value but never learn how to sell it. Learn how to package ideas, tell stories, and get attention. If nobody sees your value, the market doesn't care how smart you are. Stop worshiping credentials. Before you chase another certificate, ask one question. Will this make me more valuable or just more acceptable? One makes you money, the other makes you easier to hire. Turn knowledge into output. For every 5 hours you consume, produce 1 hour. Post, build, sell, teach, write, record. Smart people get stuck in intake mode. Rich people convert ideas into assets. Use the 12-month escape plan. Give yourself 1 year to build something outside your job or school system. It doesn't need to replace your income immediately. It only needs to prove that you can create money without permission. The system wants smart people, tired, proud, and dependent. A confused average person is less useful than a disciplined genius with no ownership. That's why they praise your grades. Then rent your best years. Look at your resume. Is it proof that you're exceptional? Or is it just a receipt showing how much of your life you've spent becoming useful to someone else? The old version of you wanted to be the smartest person in the room. The future version of you wants to own the room. Stop collecting approval. Start collecting leverage. I'm Roxy, and I'll see you in the next one.